So what comes to mind when you come across a dying orchids? Drop your comments below. Hello happy YouTubers, welcome back. My name is Marcelina and thank you for joining me here today. If you guys are new in this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, always to remember to ring the bell so you get notified when I upload new video. I upload video every week. I don't want you guys miss any valuable information. So in today's video topic is a question topic. Why do orchids die? Can you save a dead orchids? This is most common question people ask, and I'm going to go over this question topic with you guys and provide you with the simple solution to help you get started. There is one simple gardening mistake you should avoid when you grow orchids, and I'm going to share this mistake with you along with the solution in the next episode. Come. One simple, most common gardening mistake that will kill the orchids is improper watering. Overwatering and underwatering produce the same result. So I had two orchids here. One is probably dead, and the other orchid is struggling right now. As you can see, poor thing. These orchids were given to us by family members, and they both suffered due to water stress related. This orchid here is exposed to prolonged drought, so plant was not getting water for longer period of time. And this orchid here is exposed to constant watering because he raised chameleon, and he placed this orchid inside the chameleon cage under the misting system. So the misting system is continuously pouring water to the plants, and the water, excess water, is accumulated in the soilless media, causing the soil media to get saturated, and this is why the plant is not happy, because excess water interferes oxygenation, so the plant is not getting enough oxygen. Now, can you save a dead orchids? Well, it's already dead, so you cannot save, right? You might hear or you might see other YouTubers showing you that don't throw your dead orchids because you can save them. Now in my case, this is not savable, and I will tell you why. Because when you look at the core is gone. There's nothing for the leaves to grow. And if you check the roots are bone dry and crispy, so there is no life, so this plant cannot be saved. The only way to save the plant when there is still life. But even if the root is still viable little bit, you have no chance to save the plant if the core is gone, because that is the main trunk where the leaves grow and photosynthesize. So the other orchid, we can save this, and I will show you guys how I care a stress plant. And let's go ahead and take care of this plant. My first step is soak the root in water containing 3% of hydrogen peroxide. You will only need 10 ml or 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide per cup of water. Hydrogen peroxide is going to help eliminate some fungus in the root system. So you will need to soak the roots at least 3 hours in water. So after 3 hours of soaking the roots, you will need to discard the water and replace a new water to rinse the roots. This is the time you are going to inspect if there is any damages on the roots, and then you will need to remove that. You can use tap water, but make sure you keep the water for a while to release the chlorine, or you can use soap water. So I think there is a few damages on the roots here, and it is not, it's rotten. So I'm going to remove the root damage with this clipper. I make sure I sterilize the clipper. It seems like majority of the roots were damaged. You can see that it's losing integrity. Wow, I removed majority of the roots because they are dead. Look at that. Hopefully this plant will revive. I will follow up you guys when this plant is reviving. We'll see. So I probably place this in a controlled environment, adding humidity to it. Alright, so I will soak this in water for a few minutes, maybe a minute. So while hydrating my orchid, I'm going to clean the leaves with alcohol. It's damaged here. Now when you clean the plant, avoid rubbing or wiping at the back. You can spray pesticide at the back, but try not to rub in the lower surface, because there is this area here is the stomata, the opening where oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange take place. So you don't want to rub that area, because you may end up lodging the dirt into the hole, into the opening. Then you would be disrupting the oxygen uptake. As you can see here, so I can spray this directly with alcohol and just sit there. So I'm going to repot the plant using new soilless mix, and I use this Orchids potting mix. Never use the old media, because there it might be a pest and fungus in the soil. So what I'm going to do, this soil is, I will soak this in peroxide. So when you transplant your stress orchid, try to use the same pot or the same container. So I'm using this container because this is the environment the orchid is used to, and also orchids like to be constricted their root. Oh no, not constricted, restricted root. So I clean this and disinfect, and I'm going to add new soil. So I add the soilless media halfway and place my orchid on the top, and add another extra bark. To fill the container. So there is water in the center, and I'm going to dry this out because I don't want creating a crown rot. This is why you don't water your orchids on the top, because water pulls in between and then causing the root rot. No, not root rot, crown rat. Just bear with me, guys, okay? All right, so I'm going to water this again uh, with water containing hydrogen peroxide, and I will place in a enclosed environment so I can create humidity. So I use purified water, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in water and water my plants. So I'm going to drains my orchids until I see water runs down. So I will add 1 tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide in a purified water. And I'm going to water this plant. And sit for 2 minutes so the water will draw a little bit towards the roots. There is a saying, to grow an orchids, you need to think like an orchids. Would you agree? So we finally took care of our orchids, guys. Look at that, it is so cute. So I provide a proper environment. It's a controlled environment where plant gets a good amount of humidity. There is holes in the bag so air can get in and out. So I'm not giving too much humidity to the plant and kill my plant. So I will follow up you guys within a month to see how it progresses, and I will show this in my next video. I have grown orchids for so many years. Way back in the Philippines, I grow majority of my orchids came from the wild, and growing orchids from the wild was a big challenge for me because I had to learn their own growing habitat. Then when I brought them to my place, I had to learn again the new growing habitat. So it was a big challenge, but I did well with all my orchids. So these orchids I have in my house are Phalaenopsis, so they are house orchids, so they're easy to grow. So just reminder, guys, it doesn't matter you grow orchids or any kind of plants, when they are in stress, avoid fertilization. So you keep hold off your fertilizer because fertilizer will add extra stress to the plant. So what you will need is to just keep hydrating your orchids. And I will talk about more about orchids care in my next video. So is the video information help you? Hit likes and share with all your friends. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Marcelina at cashiergreens.com, and see you next time.